I'm
Right,
mad.
listen, welcome to Irish Red Devils. Manchester United have just drawn in the post-Ruben Amorim era their first game, 2-2 away to Burnley. And I'm joined here, as always, by my co-hosts, Killian, the football genius, and Gags, Mama Martial. Now, I'm going to have to be honest with you here. I don't... we only... The guys were away at another football match tonight, so you and the guys only saw the second half, yeah?
Yeah, we were
Bits and pieces.
at an even bigger game than this game, but yeah,
That's not possible here on Irish Red Devils.
well,
So listen, guys. Yeah, okay. So let's.
how about you fill us in, because you saw the first half. We didn't see it. I was
Yeah.
kind of trying to keep up to date on commentary and different things at athletic grounds. How did it go? It sounded as if we had plenty of shots from the stats, but weren't really doing much.
Yeah, look, what I would say from that game tonight is, look, first of all, it was kind of a cagey enough start. They got very, very lucky with the first goal. It was bad deflection off Heaven. There's nothing they can do about it. Casemiro got caught out a wee bit on. He let his man go basically, and then they just got a lucky bounce. And sometimes that happens, but you know, we had. There wasn't really an awful lot to shout about in the first half, to be honest with you. We started creating a few chances, we started getting a bit of pressure. We got a very good goal. There was nothing wrong with the goal, and the referee just allowed it for Kyle Walker. Just collapsing. He was just touched, and he collapsed. Now I understand that players, that's what they do. They'll try to, and when it works for you, it's great. But I do think that the goal had gone in, the ball had gone in the net, and I think that VAR could have overruled it because you can see, like, I mean, Walker's a big lad. Do you know what I mean? He literally just got touched. I mean, imagine someone coming up behind you guys here and just touching you in the back, and you wouldn't make you fall down. Like,
No,
he just fell straight down.
play acting.
But that's the way. Look, that's the way it goes. Honestly, I just thought the team, it was okay. The first half was okay, but like we went in 1-0 down. Dorgu had they did clear. Then there was a couple of other chances. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think they had two headed clearances right off the line. The goalie was beat. So again, it's a game of inches. A couple of bit of a chance there. Who had a good replay just right before the end of the game. The end of the first half, going in 1-0. I wasn't too worried about it because I could see that there was a wee bit of pattern. The players just looked like a wee bit less under the thumb, really, for a lack of a better word. They just, but they also looked like, okay, this is new. We're allowed to do this now. So
The handbrake wasn't totally off, but you could see there was a change.
Fernandez as well was playing in his more advanced role. He's obviously been injured, so he's not fully fit, and he was struggling to get into the game a bit. But then coming to the start of the second half, I actually thought, we started getting. I mean, their goal, like we were just seeing their second goal there was a screamer. I know Martinez kind of stepped off a wee bit, but still, it's a great finish. Like, so, Shevsko, brilliant. I think he had about 7 or 8 chances tonight, and
the 2 goals he scored, he took both them excellently.
Yeah, he had a couple of chances in the first half, and it didn't look like it was going to happen for him. But again, he was. I don't know. I think they were trying to find him a bit more tonight. Do you know what I mean? It just looked like he was. It didn't seem as much as when he was making those runs. Like the last game we watched, he was making runs, and I kept shouting at the screen and past him. Do you know what I mean? They weren't passing to him. I didn't really sense that tonight. So there's something tactically there. They were just trying to find him more. It
was good ball by Dorgu. Both goals. The first goal, Bruno, great pass for the assist. Second goal, Dorgu whipped the ball in early.
Yeah.
That's what strikers want.
Yeah.
Put it in early. Don't even think. Put it in. I'll be there.
You could see the confidence as well growing in him.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Which is brilliant, because that like, if he can get a bit of I thought it was actually an interesting call. I thought Xerxes would have started the game today. So it was interesting that I was listening to Darren Fletcher.
Is this his own goal here? Sorry.
This is his own goal here, yeah.
I see this.
So you can see there, just very unlucky.
So unlucky.
Unlucky on Haven. But watch Casemiro here. So he has his guy, but he's the guy passes, and then he's got him. No, he just lets him go. Yeah, it's too easy.
No,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time,
It's really unlucky.
It's not the danger area he's going into either, but yeah, it's just unfortunate.
It's a freak, a total freak deflection for that to end up in the net. Now, what I did see in the second half was haven't had a great chance to redeem himself.
Yeah, he nearly got one. Yeah.
He should have done better.
We've got a couple of messages here. Okay, happy
Should have done
days.
better.
Emmanuel, this match was boring and very annoying to watch. Manchester United is in a big shambles, struggles with relegation or below mid teams, very poor performance, and no drive in players to win the match. It's like the sack of Amrin made the players weak. Maybe I'm just being a bit kind, but I suppose I kind of did come into this game thinking a bit of a reset, and I didn't know what to expect. There was that part of me who thought, oh yeah, like remember when Oli came in and we had like 5 goals or whatever, you got that big jump, but when Amran came in, we didn't get that big jump, so it kind of
Emmanuel's right in the fact that we should be doing better against these teams, because Burnley are going to get relegated. Like, I think it's quite clear, but it's just where we are at the moment. But
Yeah.
This game has made me. I feel a bit more like I'm looking forward to the next game because I see Shesko. Shesko's got 2 goals, and I just sort of feel this could be the start of it. This will just give him that wee injection of confidence. And I'll tell you something. I said it during the live part of the match there. Jay Lacey looked special. How old is Jay Lacey?
Look at the stat.
Those stats.
Just the 30 shots on target there.
But our stats have been good under Amram. We're in the top. We're in the top 2 or 3 with shots taken. All of this. Like, the improvement was there. Now, it didn't really reflect in performance, but it was there. We weren't taking our chances. Now, Shesko took 2 of his tonight, and that's massive. But 30 shots, you'd like to think you should be getting at least 3 goals.
They had plenty of chances. In fairness, like I said,
Heaven should have scored. Shea Lacey could have scored, and then Martinez did score.
Yeah, and the goalie was beaten twice in the first half, and they cleared the
Off the
lines.
line or something?
Off the line, like both of them. And
You just
so
need a bit of
it's
luck
like I
too.
said, it's a game of inches. Sometimes, I'll be honest with you. Like I've had a dread almost of going to watch games in recent weeks, just because I knew what I was going to get. I knew it was going to be boring or slow or just So I think Emmanuel's saying there that I didn't think it was boring. I thought it wasn't exciting. Let's say, but yeah, I think I would give the team a bit of a bye ball tonight because literally everything's happened so quickly.
Newcastle actually won 4-3.
Newcastle won 4-3.
That's not good. That's not good.
What a game.
What does that do to the
That's
table?
not good for us.
Well,
It's not really, because
hold on a
Newcastle.
second. Hold on.
Newcastle jump across
Hold
top.
on. Yes, it's not good for us, but that shouldn't matter to us. We've just played Wolves, Leeds, and Burnley. That should be 3 wins there in a row. We haven't won one of those matches, so we shouldn't look at that and say that's bad for us because it shouldn't be bad for us because it's up to us to win these games. So I'm sorry. I mean, obviously, it's not a good result for us. Obviously, it would have been good for us if the Leeds got a result there, even took a point off Newcastle. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Of course, I mean, if we can't win our matches, then this is what you expect. Other teams are able to win their matches, and ultimately, that's going to help them.
I think Emmanuel is absolutely kind of saying exactly what you're saying here. United was supposed to win against teams like Wolves, Burnley, and Everton, but I cried anytime United draw the game. It's so heartbreaking. We were supposed to be second in the league table, 1 match a week. Yeah.
1 match a week was
One
going to be
match
a
a
big thing in preparation. Yeah, it's not great. It's like we're maybe dressing it up a wee bit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Ultimately, Darren Fletcher is very much a stopgap before the stopgap. And it'll be interesting now that this game is over. I mean, I didn't think we were going to hear anything about caretaker manager until after tonight.
Yeah.
It was very much, it was Darren Fletcher's gig, and that game is now done. And we didn't lose. It's another point. It's like drip on our way to safety. what is it? About 40. It used to be 40 points. Well, let's say 40 points would be safe actually.
We're on 32.
We're
30 points.
slowly getting there. Man City only drew again tonight. That's two draws in a row.
But
Arsenal are walking all the way. Wolves continue to improve. Yeah. So there's look, Wolves.
Don't say it. Don't say that Wolves are an improving team. Don't say it.
They are. I saw it. They're improving, and it shows. It definitely shows.
one thing I want to say is, judging by that performance tonight, if we were to get an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and I would be very confident with our chances for the rest of the season, because we remember the football we played under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer when he came in back in 2018, 2019. He got the team playing football again. He got the team enjoying playing football again, which I thought was the big thing. And, he identified the strengths and weaknesses of all the players, and he built the team around that during his tenure. He'll do the same with the squad, and I think this squad is perfect for it. We've seen out there, yes, we still weren't great, but there were times we've had some fantastic football tonight, and in those times it looked like, we sort of had a bit of a weight dropped off our shoulders almost too. We looked like at times we were playing with a bit more identity, with fluidity, creativity even as well. And for me, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think that can be developed in big time. And judging by what we've seen tonight under Darren Fletcher, there's a big template there to be built on. And I think Solskjaer can definitely get very much the best out of this current crop of players.
If Solskjaer comes, I heard that the rumour mill was kind of starting to favour Carrick a bit more. Look, we'll see what happens. What do you think about Fletcher taking off Cunha for Xerxes? I mean, it's a bit of a... It was a bold enough step. I don't know if I didn't really see enough of the flow of the game to see how Cunha was playing.
Yeah.
How was Cunha playing in your opinion? Cunha is such a threat.
Yeah,
I know Xerxes can.
But Xerxes came on the other day and had a big impact.
I know
well,
he did, yeah. But I mean, not for Cunha.
Yeah. Look, I think tonight was a bit of a no man's land game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't even think it's worth kind of spending an awful lot of time reviewing it, because I think what I am interested now is I do expect that tomorrow we will get a news about who's going to take over to the summer, and I've been thinking a lot about this today, about what my thoughts are. I mean, obviously, first of all, I gotta say, if Solskjaer does get announced, then we are officially on the. We should start. We're essentially writing the future of Manchester United, because if you look at our last two podcast covers, the one the day after or the night after the Wolves game, we had a picture of Amron and it said "time to go."
Yeah.
A couple of days later, he sacked. Then after Monday night's conversation, I put a picture of Ollie on the caption and it said "Ollie in." Nobody was really talking. He was one of the candidates, but he was actually one of the less candidates when we were talking. And then the next day, suddenly it blew up that this was highly likely. So don't be afraid tonight whenever you see a picture of my face saying that I won the lottery.
I was going to say, what is tonight's tagline going to be?
Yeah. But let's talk here a wee bit now about
United for the title, George, should be your next tagline.
Well, I don't think we're magicians.
See, Emmanuel's got another wee comment there.
Yeah. What is it saying? We don't have any competition, only the league. We're supposed to win this. Players will have the morale. They'll fight to win matches, low determination. Yeah, and I think, that's personally, I think that's going to happen. It's okay, Lee, but it's fine. That's going to happen when you're going through the route. You get stuck in that. It's momentum is a big thing, and I think actually it's probably a good thing that we've got an FA Cup match next. Just gives us a break, gives us a break out of it.
Finally. Even then, it may as well be a Premier League game because we're playing Brighton.
Who drew tonight at the Etihad.
Yeah.
But it's absolute. I suppose the other thing about that is it's absolutely vital we win that game.
Yeah.
We have to stay in the FA Cup. We have to.
We can't just spend the entire season playing only one competition.
No. No. Absolutely not.
No,
it would be brilliant for momentum. And it would give us some added motivation too.
It's the way United used to be back in the day. Yeah. Early Ferguson, we weren't that good in the league, but we had a few years of kind of runs in the cups and things.
I say that's what we should go for again. Maybe it'll begin the transition back to the glory days.
You're in a funny mood tonight. You're kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. You just, I feel like you're very harsh on them tonight. So you're just like, I'm fed up of it. We're going. Let's forget about winning
Hold on.
leagues and let's.
Am I not the one? You're saying I'm harsh about the team. Am I not the one who's sitting there saying I actually thought we played pretty decent?
Yes, you did. In fairness, you did.
No, I think what you're saying is a cup run is important. I think
Yeah.
we all know
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
We know the cup run's important, but it's not going to be easy because Brighton are bloody hard. They're a hard team to beat. I know we beat them earlier in the season, but here's hoping. Here's hoping that Ole will be at the wheel, or Michael Carrick, or whoever we're going to get, and we get an injection of enthusiasm.
Do you know, I'm kind of conflicted by this now because I actually did not think that Ole was, for me, it was a no-go. Even when we talked about it Monday night, I thought, we can't do that. And like, I like Ole, but like, I do kind of feel that it didn't work.
Do you know
Do you know
something?
what I mean?
Yeah,
It didn't work. So why
But-
why
Do you
go
know
back?
something? There's a lot of
For the
there's a-
short term, it worked. He was only meant to be a caretaker, and then they gave him the gig because he was that good. But in his role as caretaker, how much games did we win in a row? It was double-digit games anyway. He pulled off the impossible in Paris as well.
He also
he really,
he beat Pep a number of times.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
But-
that could be his first game.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here, do you know something? There's a lot of fans, a lot of United fans are actually excited about Ole coming back, and I love Ole. Like, I think we all do, and he's got passion, and it was like so hard to watch that and the interview when he got sacked. He was so emotional. The club means so much to him, but the fact of the matter is he got sacked. So he's been there, and I love the guy. If he comes, I will be excited. But I don't know I don't think it's a good idea. I think I would rather have Michael Carrick maybe
I
until the end of
almost-
the season, not permanent. I think I would almost rather have that because I think he's maybe, I don't know. I just feel Ole has been here. We have walked this walk,
Yeah.
and we know where it ends.
I think you're being a bit harsher on Ollie. I think, obviously it didn't end well for him. We had a couple of heavy defeats there. I mean, you're probably going to be shocked I'm bringing this out of nowhere. I almost feel as if the signing of Ronaldo made him
Yeah, I agree.
change his team around.
Yes, he
change
was
his
forced
tactics.
Yeah.
to change his team around. I
So-
agree with that.
If that didn't happen, I do wonder what would have happened to Ollie in the end. But,
That's a good point.
Yeah.
you
That
know,
is a good
I
point.
agree.
Here, look.
but even in that last season, we still had a couple of good performances in us, even with Ronaldo. The season before that, became second in the league, made a Europa League final too. Year before that, we got top four, got Champions League, and our squad really wasn't that good back then. I mean, we were playing Andres Pereira. We had all these different players who, aren't really doing much anymore with themselves. I think with the players he had available to himself, he really did a good job, and he got the best out of players who many didn't expect it.
They finished
honest.
second, finished third. I mean, we would bite anybody's hand off for those
Yeah.
finishes now. And people are like, oh, well, I think one of those seasons was the COVID season. So,
Do you know what it is, right? I think for me, the thing about it is, I would be happy for him to come back in and be involved in the management team if there was a group, like if there were like an assistant or something. It's just, I think it's more about seeing him in the manager's chair in the press conferences, and I kind of think like, when was it? Was it 78 years ago that he came initially as a, what year was it?
2019, was it?
It was the
18,
end of 2018, so it might as well have been 2019.
So I kind of feel like we've had all this time of building and kind of like all this torture of, thinking, oh, well, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. So I kind of feel like, fuck, if I saw him sitting talking again, I'd be like, what was all that for? We're just back to where we were. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
It's like, and also there's something not right about the fact that whenever he was sacked, he got a £10 million payout, and then he come back to the club, and you're like, all the people that have lost their jobs in the club, and then how would they think about that as well? Do you know what I mean? you know, they didn't get a big payout whenever they're. I don't know. It's not against Ollie. I just kind of feel. And here's the other thing. Say he does come in, and the results don't. You know, he goes through a couple of games now. We don't win a couple of games. What's the? Imagine the banter you're going to get from other fans and other media. You know, it's almost like it's like if you bring in someone like there's Shesko talking here. Let's just hear what he said here. 1 second.
It was a case of making sure you kept getting involved, trying to take the chances and not worrying about the ones you missed.
Yeah, of course. It's always important just to try to commit to the chances over and over again. Try to bring the balls inside the box because we were creating a lot of chances, and that's the most important. And we just have to keep pushing with those kind of situations.
It's been a difficult last 48 hours for the club. What do the players need now to make it easier for you in terms of a manager coming in and knowing what's going to happen going forward?
Of course, it's never easy when you lose a manager. Now it's up to us, obviously, to stand together as a group to really show that we can work together no matter what situation.
It's just the usual stuff that you hear.
There's nothing. I mean, you don't really get much from these interviews, do you?
No, it is.
You try listening to it, but it's all sort of the same. You listen to it.
I was hoping because it was a big night for him to get his goals, and I just want to hear how uplifted he was. You know, but sorry, we were saying, so again, it's just back to that thing of, so say Ollie comes in and we go and lose first 3 games in a row. What would the papers be saying? And then I'm just thinking about the pressure that would build around the club. Whereas if you bring in the likes of Carrick or you give Fletcher, you know, I'd probably be more in line to give Carrick.
I give it Carrick over Fletcher anyway. I mean, For me, if you ask me to rank those 3 in terms of how much I want them, I'd put Fletcher last. I would still have Solskjaer over Carrick. Although, in saying that, I mean, maybe Solskjaer is maybe the more glamorous appointment over Michael Carrick. But Michael Carrick, he only had 3 games back when he took over when Ollie was sacked. And there were tough games. We're ahead of Villarreal in the Champions League. We're ahead of Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. And we were at home to Arsenal. We won well against Villarreal, a team who we struggled against at home a couple of weeks previously. We did draw away against Chelsea. I think, you know, our goal even too was a bit lucky there as well. But we still weren't bad. And then against Arsenal, 3-2 victory, I remember, which wasn't bad whatsoever. So he did a good job in that run of tricky fixtures. So, you know, Carrick wouldn't be a bad appointment whatsoever. But for me, I was still leaning towards Ollie because I feel like Ollie, you know, I think, so I almost feel like he's got a bit of unfinished business. I feel like this is his opportunity to end off as United manager on a high, to right over the end in 2021. And I think he'll deliver if we do appoint him.
Do you think, though, you know, you're thinking of Wilcox and Barada, the snakes and the rats. Do you not think, though, that we would all say we need to clean out, get rid of them and stuff like that? They're not going anywhere. They're going to be there. It's better for Man United that they get a bit of a lift here, that they get a bit of breathing space, right?
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is just that Ollie could come in and he could be brilliant, right? But what I'm saying is, if he wasn't, there's you know what I mean? Do you remember those memes that went around all the fans' WhatsApp of Ollie driving the Austin Powers car back and forth? And, you know, that would all come back out again. That toxicity. Like, whereas if you bring in someone else who's completely new, fresh, and if they don't work, they don't work. You could bring Ollie in there. There's no reason I don't think you couldn't bring him in an assistant. You know, but I think where did Carrick go?
He was at Middlesbrough for a while.
He did okay there, didn't he?
He was all right, but some people might have felt he could have gotten promoted. They just never. I think they usually bottled it near the end. But he did all right overall. He wasn't bad with Middlesbrough.
He would have got good experience. Like,
one thing I do want to mention is too, I've seen this earlier, and I know you in particular, you'll be a big fan of this news. There was rumours, now probably not big rumours, but there was rumours that if Solskjaer did come in, that he would try to get Rashford back, be recalled from his loan.
You see, that's the other thing. That's the other thing, and I couldn't handle that. You know, you see, if Solskjaer came in and suddenly Sancho came back and Rashford came back, and it was all, you know, I would just be like, oh, it'd just be like going back in time and then saying like, No, it's for
Well,
me.
I said
That's a reason not to take him back if that is the
I
case.
said it Monday night. If Rashford comes back to this club and potentially Sancho, burn it down. It all burns. Burn it down. The club is ruined. Okay, Rashford is done. I don't want him back.
Oh, yeah.
He's done. He's not a United player. He sold his soul. He wanted to go to Barcelona. There you go. Enjoy the sun. You're not coming back
He
here.
wouldn't even want to come back. He
No,
said
he's done.
He's learning a new language of football in Barcelona.
Brilliant.
You know?
I'm so delighted for him.
And I mean, from his point of view, there would be no real benefit for him to come back anyway. I mean, yes, United is his boy club, but he's had his time at United. Now he's at Barcelona. They're doing bigger and better things.
The reason for him to come back is money. Come back to get his money because Barcelona aren't going to pay for him, and we're not selling them for nothing.
No.
That's the reality. The thing is, Ole, striker, does he help Shesko? Can we get Ole with Ruud van Nistelrooy as his assistant?
We could do.
Shesko
We're talking for 4 months.
He's got his first 2 goals. That's what he needed. He needed confidence.
Do you know what he needs now? He needs to score in the next game.
He will.
Yeah, well,
I believe. But here's the thing, right? On that there, right? We're all in agreement. I think we're all in agreement that we wouldn't bring Rashford back. Isn't that right?
No, definitely not. He's done.
He's done. You said it there. He's had his time.
I would rather bring Solskjaer back as a manager than Rashford back as a player.
What I was going to say is he's had his chance. He's had his time. That's what I just think. Now, listen. I do think. Well, I suppose you never know. But my money, if I was putting money on someone tonight, I probably would say we'll see Solskjaer's announcement. And if he is, I'll support it. And happy days. We'll move on, and we can bring back that song.
It'll be back.
I love that song.
Yeah,
but it wasn't so good whenever we were playing shite and losing. What was it? Always have to tell me how good we've got Sancho, Paul Pogba, and Fred. Marcus Rashford, he's Mankbone and Fred.
Marcus Rashford. I mean, those 4 players.
I think the Rashford part's an easy replace with Kobe Menu. That's an easy replace, but the other 3 players is a bit of a hard one for the.
I like that song though. It was a catchy.
It was good when we were winning and were having. It was good.
Yeah.
It was better than Ruben.
Oh, enough.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll not miss that.
Emmanuel's texting away here.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He's definitely emotional here because some of the players. I mean, I suppose Emmanuel, you're saying a lot of the stuff we've been saying here for the last few weeks on this podcast. Like some of the players don't deserve to wear United jersey, biggest club in England.
I agree with that.
And this team really needs open heart surgery. A bit of Ralph Rangnick there because I don't see United winning any cup.
I would like to call out a previous contributor. He's been very quiet recently, but in our own personal WhatsApps, Dalza, the Dalsman, DMAC, actually his opinion was that he might be open to a return of Marcus. And so he's quiet there today on the chat, but if he's got anything to say about it, come on and let's debate it. Definitely the Marcus Rashford debate is up there. It's up for grabs.
If Emmanuel, if you're still listening here, I have a question for you in regards to the what we're talking there about who you would take to the summertime. If it was between Solskjaer and Carrick and Fletcher, if you are still listening, put it in the wee chat there and tell us who would you go for and why. So I mean, look,
there's positives tonight.
I still think we've done the right thing. I think Amron had to go.
Well, did you hear the so-called rumors today about the fallouts?
Yeah.
We'd heard it previously. I heard it again about Martinez, but that seemed to have been dealt with. But there seems to have been fallouts, and Manu, definitely there was a fallout. We kind of knew there was a fallout there. But there seems to be a lot of stuff was happening in the background. Sounded, to be honest, it sounded like it just got to the stage as irreparable. And then he orchestrated his exit, despite 6 months earlier repeatedly saying he would walk away without any payout. It's funny how things change.
For me, he's for months it seems like he doesn't want to be there. For all this season anyway, it seemed like he didn't want to be there. I mean, at least last season, we were still struggling, but at least he got us playing football in Europa League. At least he was still showing a bit of enthusiasm. But this season, he's been dull on the touchline. His body language, for the most part, has been poor as well. We've been inconsistent. He's been saying this stuff in the press conferences. It just didn't.
It'd be hard to look at
didn't
yourself in the
occur.
mirror to know maybe that you've gone that way and you still walk away taking 14 or 15 million. You know?
Wouldn't be that hard if you if you could bring in that. And it's not just him as well. Remember his backroom team, because
Yeah.
by him being fired,
Oh, yeah. And
his backroom
Sporting
team
got an
also
extra
gets-
payout as well.
They get a payout, whereas if he had left and his backroom team left,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you know that's but yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. Kind of want to move on from Amram now, because like he's
No, he's
he's
gone.
past it.
I think we need to look forward to the next game now. We'll know better in the next 24 hours who's going to be in the sideline. There's a good chance. There is a good chance that it could well be Fletcher again. Maybe they'll give him a game at Old Trafford
Yeah.
at home to Brighton. It's a big
That
game,
would,
but
that would honestly fair enough to him, I think.
what's
Game.
fair? Why I shouldn't come into
I
it.
know.
It's probably the most important game we're going to have. Over the last few weeks. Big game, Old Trafford, FA Cup, must win
There was
against a tough team.
Jill, this is going to sound weird, but there was something comforting about listening to a Scottish person, a Scottish manager talking, in the press conference. And he spoke very well, I
He
thought.
did. He did speak well.
very
Yeah,
well,
he
like,
did.
you know.
He did.
But then again,
The shadow of Ferguson is still very much over his past players. Do you see the bit where before he even
said
agreed to it, he rang Fergie to get almost his blessing.
I don't make any big decisions without asking him first.
Yeah.
But then the other thing about Ole,
Fergie on as assistant manager with Fletcher.
I know. Fuck, I'd love that.
Just not on the dugout. Just
Kit man. Just bring him in. Just have him stand there.
Just have him in the dressing room
with a hairdryer. Just stand in the corner menacingly. But I think I know. Why is he not more involved? He's still there. Like,
do you think there's any chance that I don't think there is, but do you think there's any chance that we're going to be blindsided by this caretaker announcement, and it could be somebody that's not Carrick or Solskjaer?
Who could it be?
I don't know.
Well, what ex Man City players are looking a job? Our Man City staff, because that's where we seem to recruit all these guys from.
Depends on Nebraska.
No. Well, I can't see it. But look, it looks like all the music's going with Ole. But no, we'll get behind it. We'll get behind it. And if he wins, and if we're winning, and we do win games,
happy to
sing the song, but change the names of the players. Pep.
Yeah, I'm going to say it. I know as games, those wee memes are going to come back.
Of course they are. Back before we even play.
Annoyed me, but it is going to happen.
That's part of me does think.
Yeah.
Maybe, and I was watching. I mean, he's a bit like Moormate, this guy, Simon Jordan, on TalkSport, and he was talking. They were showing Ole whenever he did his interview when he got sacked the last time, and he was emotional and all. And Simon Jordan was just like, "Yeah, he's a nice guy, but I look at that. That's not a leader. That's just an emotional wreck of a person. Because that's not who I want leading a team." Do you know what I mean? He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Not Simon Jordan. Simon Jordan's he's a prick. But Ole is a nice guy. But is he too nice? But maybe that's what we need. Maybe that's what we need for 3 months. Just nice.
All the E's getting on the end of the names again,
Yeah, Carrick.
Yeah. Oh God, it'd be like
Fernandez-y. We can all have fun, and what do you call it? The impersonators will have a field day. It'll be great.
Oh, yeah. What do you call your guy?
Forley, and your guy, he's not the best.
The Irish guy. I haven't seen him in a while.
Connor Sketches.
Yeah, Connor Sketches. Yeah. He's very good. He's very good. Do you remember the one he did about Ole and and Ferguson in the change room? And it was like, I must look it up. It was like, he's like, right, boys, we're going to play with fun. Go ahead and express yourself. Before that, I'm going to bring in a friend, Alex Ferguson, and he comes in and he's got blood. Or no, he doesn't initially have blood, but then he Mason Greenwood is like, oh, gaffer and all. And then Pogba's walking out, and the next thing he comes with blood in his face. I have to watch that again.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that, look it up. Connor Sketches, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Alex Ferguson.
And it was
Very
always
funny.
it was always protecting Ronaldo as well.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
There's some great stories from the past about Fergie and
Yeah.
Cantona.
Tell you what, actually, listen, I'm going to stick that up. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to pull that up. See if we can.
So anyway, we'll talk. Killian, let's get to the nitty gritty. Sunday, I'm not sure what time it's at. So what time's the FA Cup game on
I think
Sunday?
it's 4:30.
4:30. Oh, you'll be
I'll be
able to watch
it.
it. What's your gut instinct telling you? Now, let's go. I think we have to go on the basis that Darren Fletcher is on the sideline for now.
Yeah, I can see Darren Fletcher managing, but I think I'd be confident.
We'll get a win.
I think we will. I think we will go on a cup run this season because I just can't see us playing only Premier League all season. I think Brighton, Brighton at home can be a beatable team. We beat them 4-2 earlier on in the season, at home. Yeah, I think we'll be. Look, I think we'll be more improved under Darren Fletcher, possibly whoever it is. I think we will look more improved anyway as a team as a whole. Come Sunday, yeah. Look, I think we can beat Brighton, and I think we're going to do it. I think maybe a 2-1 victory, narrow enough. It won't be the best performance, but I think we will play good overall. Brighton will give us some challenges. They'll ask some big questions, but I think we'll pull through and go through the round 4.
Yeah, I hope you're right. Are you set to go?
I'm just looking at where Brighton are in the league table. They're 29th. I was just curious whether or not they were safe enough to, not rest players. They are safe enough not to rest players.
They're one of those mid-table teams who might just, I've
fancy
seen
a cup run.
I have seen a trend of Premier League teams recently who are mainly mid-table who just throw out their B teams in cup games. Now, Brighton won't do it away United, I don't think, but I have seen teams like Brentford and Brighton even as well over the years throwing their third round cup games away just to focus in the league. So I would love Brighton to do that on Sunday, but if they're playing United at Old Trafford, I just can't see it happening. So yeah, but I think we will still win regardless.
Well, hopefully you're right.
Okay, I've got this ready to go here. So we see allow this time.
Spurs. Could be Spurs, could be them.
Yeah, that's true.
They're like 12th, 13th now.
Yeah,
another defeat.
Thomas Frank, but he is somebody I think will get it right if he's given time.
He needs to be given time.
Yeah.
I still think they were harsh on Ange. He has to finish 17th last season. That is horrendous. But he won them a Europa League, and you mustn't forget Spurs are riddled with injuries. Season. And it's probably the same thing with Thomas Frank this season. I think Spurs overall are hindered big time by injuries, and that's the downfall of all their managers.
But we have been hindered for a couple of years too.
We have a couple injuries, but Spurs, they always have at least half the team out. It's insane.
Here we go. If you haven't seen this before, it's an Irish. Is he comedian? He's a comedian.
Oh, they all know him, Conor Moore.
Yeah, Conor Moore. But some people might not see this. This is a sketch from a few years ago, when Ollie was at Old Trafford.
Big game today. Okay, a lot riding on it today, guys. Not just for me, but for you too. Because if we get a new manager, some of you might have to do some work. We don't want that, do we, Cristiano?
No, of course not.
No. Fantastic. Okay, so we need a new game plan, right? We need to get motivated. We need leadership, okay? So I've asked Sir Alex Ferguson to come in and give us a little motivational speech, okay? Just to pep us up, okay? So, Sir Alex, fantastic.
Right, lads, now, most important thing now to do as players today, right, is stay calm, right? Be disciplined. Absolutely. No doubt about that. Keep your head, right? Pogba, get the out.
What did I do now?
Right? You're not even playing today now, so get out. That's it. Get your stuff now, right? Yeah. You keep walking now, and you stop when you get to France, right? Absolutely. Don't you dab at me, right?
That's it. Come on, back to the team.
Right, boys. As I was saying, right? Absolutely, it's all about discipline, right? Stay calm.
Right, guys. Here with the man
you
said.
shut your mouth, right? Call yourself the captain, you stupid in the middle of park. Going, use your slap.
I'm sorry.
Right?
I know.
Luke shot, see,
What are you on about?
listen to me. Don't laugh at me, right?
Sorry.
I said, don't me, right? Don't dare. And Bruno, you better start tracking back, right?
But that's score a goal.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Please. But
right?
that's score a goal.
I don't give a now. Everyone has to track back, right? And put in for the team. Everyone, there's no exceptions. That everyone has to work hard, right? And Cristiano, absolutely fantastic. Of course, I will only score goals. This is bullshit. Shut your mouth. The last thing I'll say, right? Keep the discipline. And if you come in here now after playing against Tottenham, we're at less than a win. And I'll blow one of your heads off, right? No do about that. Let's go. All right, lads, let's go. Yeah, and don't forget to enjoy yourselves. Fantastic. Sir Alex at the wheel. Boys.
Oh, that is
Brilliant.
class. Yeah.
Do you know what's kind of scary? Watching that for the first time in years. Do you know what's the scariest thing? Whenever he's kind of calling out to different players,
How many of them
there's
are
so
still there?
many that are
I know.
still, and that was a point where it was raised, and I think by Goldbridge. There's so much of those players that got him sacked,
Yeah.
and he's going to be walking back in, and they're still there. The same players whose performances dropped, and he got sacked, and they're still there.
That's a really good point.
Well,
And that's a problem.
Bruno Fernandes is still there. Luke Shaw's still there.
Dalot.
Harry Maguire's still there. Dalot didn't really play under Solskjaer.
Dalot,
He did.
he did.
Dalot spent a full season alone at AC Milan.
Dalot was there.
Well,
He was
Solskjaer
there.
was
Yeah,
there.
he was there.
Hold
But
on.
he wasn't a big name.
Sorry, he was
Well,
there.
Wan-Bissaka was Solskjaer's guy. Under Solskjaer, Dalot didn't get much of a look in. It only changed when Ten Hag came in, I think.
But do you know what that reminds me of? So you're talking about someone, right, who got sacked from their job and then got a second chance and came back, right? And you're thinking, what might he do? Kind of think of Trump. Dude, turned into a supervillain.
He
It's all-
2019, Dalot played 23 times. 2019, 2020, he played 11. So less, he was
Yeah.
there. He was there. There's so much
Well-
of that team. Harry Maguire, Dalot, Luke Shaw, Bruno.
2019-20, 11 games, an entire season. The 23-game season before, that was he was Jose Mourinho signing.
I know.
He was
But
playing with
here's
under
the,
Jose
let's not
Mourinho,
focus so much on
and
that. The problem
No.
is there's a lot of those players that are still there.
The season after that, he wasn't even there.
I know, but forget about that. Forget the problem is there's a lot of those players. There's a good handful that are still there, and it is an issue.
Mhm.
Whereas, and I think that could have an effect because those same players the likes of Bruno will look at Ole and go,
Seen this before?
"Yeah,
What the
you-
fuck are you doing back here?
you're set." Do you know what I mean? Whereas, and you know, see when you talk about it, you kind of think if it's between him and MC, we have to go with MC.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have to put this out. Right.
I'll ring Sir Jim.
Now
Hold
here,
on.
listen.
Are we decided? I'll ring him.
Well, yeah, well, no, you don't need to fucking ring him. I'm going to put the caption up tonight, right? So if this happens, right, I'm going to put this caption out tonight, and it's going to have a picture of Michael Carrick, and it's going to say, our new manager, right? Now, if tomorrow or in the next couple of days, Michael Carrick is assigned as the manager, I am definitely starting to do the lottery, and I'm definitely having myself on the thumbnail come after Sunday's game. Is that fair enough?
Forget about the lottery. Put yourself in the thumbnail as being the next caretaker manager, and then when you get sacked, it's like winning the lottery.
No, but understand
That's
this.
even better.
No, but here's my plan, right? I'll win the lottery.
You know, what
What?
lottery are you doing?
I'll win the lottery, and then I'll buy the club. And that'll be fucking great. And then I'll bring the Good Times back to Old Trafford. Jeez, don't seem convinced.
No,
Right, listen, we'll park it there. It's 11 o'clock.
I think
Jesus.
so. Yeah,
right,
it's a late
okay.
one.
Right, listen, guys. Thank you as always. We're really starting to fly here. Lots of subscribers coming in. Yeah, keep getting in the comments and get more involved. So Sunday's game. Have you checked the time there? What time Sunday's game's at?
4:30, I think Killian said.
4:30.
4:30. Are we planning to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we've done today was we kind of jumped on the last 15 minutes of the game, and then I suppose, and then just go straight into chat. So, like I said, if you're watching the game on Sunday, stick it on YouTube on your phone and get involved in our conversation if you're interested, and we'll have a bit of crack. But
Yeah, sounds
until
good.
then, guys, listen. God knows who's going to be in place. We're going to put it out there. It's going to be Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick's our new manager. I'm putting it out there tonight. Irish Red Devils, this is where you heard it first. Michael Carrick, interim manager at Manchester United until the summertime. You're not going to give us your going out, Strat?
Yeah. Here's hoping. Darren Fletcher, good lad, Darren. Good lad, Darren. You got us a point, but it's time to hand your reins over now. Michael Carrick. Let's get behind Michael Carrick. Go on, Michael, my son.
Killian?
You 2-1 for Michael Carrick. All I'm going to say is, Ola's at the wheel.
Ola's at the wheel. Right, listen, God knows who's going to be right. Someone's going to be right, possibly. And who knows, maybe even Wilcox will be gone by Sunday.
And don't forget, Glazer's out, Ratcliffe out, Wilcox out, Barada out, green and gold,
Until the club is sold. Let's go. Come on, United.
Come on, United.
Go on. That's a wrap, lads.
Hold on.